Welcome to Sage Sisters. We are sisters, besties, moms, and co-founders having a fun catch-up on parenting and life. Hey, welcome back to Sage Sisters. I'm Ann.
And I'm Kate. What up, Tan Ann?
We are living over here. We are... Was that too aggressive?
I don't know. Tell me more. You piqued my interest.
Honestly, I don't even know why I said it so much, but we had a great weekend, and I had a girls' weekend with the kids. With the girls, and the boys had a boys' weekend. I can get more into that in a little bit, but it just, I don't know. We had a great weekend. We're rolling into school. The weather's kind of cold outside, but we're still like, I don't know, we're accomplishing a lot.
If you come in with we're living and you had a solo parenting weekend, I'm a little bit like, is she on edibles? Is she okay?
I'm not on pre-workout this time, just to give you a heads up.
Blink twice if you need help.
Well, I have one kid down, though. You know how they always say, it's like, if you have 3 kids and you go to 2, it's easier. If you have 3 kids, you go to 1, your life's like a breeze. If you have 1 and you only know 1, nothing changes. It's like,
yeah, but when you also go from 2 parents to 1 parent, to me, that is a nullify. Yeah. Not obvious that would be materially easier. In some cases, I would say harder.
I'm living. Living,
baby, living. Well, excited for the second pod of the year. We're going to do a smorgasbord today, so we'll tease the topic. But you kind of kicked it off, but tell us more. What's your high?
My high is just the weekend. So I have said this a few times before, but I have a daughter who's 7, Lola, and she is hit or miss right now with attitude. You know, she is the most charming, the most empathetic, sweet soul, but then she can also be sassy because she's just in that age.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're going to get. And
she's a big personality, and she fits right in with our family. Reminds me of you a lot when you were a kid.
100%. And when we're
big alpha energy.
Big alpha energy. But when we've been solo together, or just like Lily and her together with me, we either have the best time or I'm struggling to just keep her, like, I'm just like, it's hard. It's like, can we just have fun? Like, let's do attitude or whatever. And this weekend she was lovely. And I think it's turning on us. Okay. She's like 7.5. I said it out loud. She has been so much different the last couple weeks. Great. Just more mature.
Yeah.
If she does have a little bit of a toot or something, she comes back to me a lot quicker.
More emotional regulation.
Yes, that's what it is. And this is just age. So I know.
Can I just say, though, the picture that you posted on your Share It album of her with the clipboard doing the Girl Scout cookies, I was dead. She looks like such a boss. You have got to post that. I mean, I literally cried with laughter. I was like, oh my God, this is epic.
Well, and what's so funny is I said we went out again on Sunday to do the cookies. And so we had like a whole morning, kind of easy, fun. And then I said, girls, go get dressed so we can go sell some Girl Scout cookies. She came out in that outfit. I did not dress her. She was wearing these jeans.
Basically a blazer and sunglasses with like all cap boss energy. I was like, oh my God.
And she was going up to people with the sunglasses on the door. And then she would like pull them down a little bit when they answered and then be like, I'm selling Girl Scout cookies. They
say, funny. Oh, I've already bought some. She does the sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you? Excuse me, have you?
She intimidated people to buy. We absolutely crushed it. Now, there are a couple overachievers in our Girl Scout group. Always are.
Always.
We are like probably 3rd or 4th top seller this year so far.
Great. Today's for the us, deadline. That's hitting above the weight class. For us, that's peak.
Listen, I'm not trying to be the best. We just wanted to get by with like, we're not slacking. And she crushed it. So,
well, it sounds like you had some fun with it. She was enjoying it.
It was funny. So yeah, we had some good times. But again, just to recap, we did a lot of artwork. We made dinners. We cooked. I pulled them into my sourdough.
You know what I'm hearing? You enjoyed it. And that is the key element.
That's it.
Yeah.
We did some cute movies too. So just going back again, kids in this age range, but Cheaper by the Dozen.
Cheaper by the dozen. Is that
Steve Martin. It's a classic.
Steve Martin?
It was like they have 12 kids. It's kind of cheesy, but the girls loved it.
Did they?
And then we watched
I
Freaky
love Steve
Friday and
Martin.
Freakier Friday.
Yeah.
So each night we had movie nights and we would make a dinner together and we would do art and watch a movie. They love coloring. So we colored the whole weekend. We have about 1,000 pieces of art for Phil when he came home. He was like, I love it.
Hung them up all in your office.
Exactly. But the girls giggled to those two movies like it was.
What was the second one? I blacked out thinking of Only Murders in the Building, Steve Martin.
Oh, yeah. No, Freakier Friday and Freaky Friday.
Oh,
like
yeah,
they
great.
just, they
Great.
loved it. And in fact, Freaky Friday came on and the opening scene is like Lindsay Lohan with a guitar.
Yeah.
And Lola goes, Mom, why haven't we watched this before? You didn't tell me there were like pretty girls playing music. And I was like, well, that's the recipe for Lola.
I was going to say, now you know what she likes. It's going to be easier to hone in.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's your high? Yeah, it was lovely.
We mercifully got the kids back in school last week, and boy, did we need a routine. So I was just feeling like, okay, get it tight, get it right. Energy was in full force last week in a great way. I will say, not to go too much into the low, but like energy was high, routine was good, and then we ran out of gas sort of like late Thursday. Friday was like, woof, like just getting back into it was, the kids were exhausted. I was exhausted. I went a little too hard in the paint. Moving to my low, I was like eager beaver on my new fitness.
Yeah.
Per usual. What is it about my personality? I'm so annoying. But it's like I went too hard in the paint with some workout classes and some tennis. And I was like so like painfully sore.
Yeah.
Painfully sore. And like, neck, I had to do the heating pad. I had to get the Theragun out. I mean, I was limping around here like a...
It's so relatable, but I really tried hard not to do that to myself. So I was easing into like really heavy weights and
You're
like
more mature, I see.
More mature. Yeah. I'm growing like Lola is every day. It's like I went in with a little bit more of like I want to do this every day and not die like on day
What
3.
was a little humbling was I thought I did modify like in the workout class. I like went down weight and was like, I thought I modified, but I did not modify enough. I miscalibrated where I was at.
You know what, though? That sore feeling is kind of, to me, a good feeling right now. When I'm motivated and excited, it feels like you're doing work.
It's a histogram. It's like, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's real bad. And I was I had tipped over the edge to like where you can't walk, and you're going downstairs like,
yeah. If you can't sit on the toilet, walk downstairs, or if someone comes up and accidentally touches your thigh and you're like, you wince, that's the worst.
When your kid tries to cuddle with you and you pull back because you're so sore like in your armpits and your thighs.
Totally.
That's where I was at. I'm just like, I'm so annoying. I literally like, it's too predictable.
Yeah. Well, that's your low or high? We kind of combined?
I combined them. I will say it was a merciful return to routine with the kids back in school.
Got it.
Us, cooking dinner again, me time blocking work and workouts. Like that all really needed to happen. The break was a little too long and like I needed to get back into that. So I felt like my mental health and physical health were on point last week in a great way. I went too hard in the paint on the workouts.
Listen, you're back, baby.
I'm back.
You're living.
I've never used that phrase in my life. I've never heard you use it.
It felt right. I'm living.
I like it though. It's like you're in the present tense.
Yeah.
You're living. Okay. What was your low?
Well, different energy, but it's kind of, last week we joked you almost need to reach peak laziness in order to be super motivated, especially this time of year. So anyways, we were doing photos and videos for work over break, just a little bit. We didn't actually pull the trigger, but we were trying to get some content to finish some marketing videos that we need for
we
Sage
being
Haven.
You and me?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I was basically just a stand-in to see if the set was right. And we ultimately decided we need to hire a firm or somebody a little bit more advanced at this stage. But anyways, I was looking back at some of the videos of said and
Mm.
stand-in as model, and it was humbling. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to bash myself here, but it was like, whoa, like it just didn't look good.
This is what always kicks me off into a new routine or something is like
Yeah.
a horrible candid picture or video.
And look,
Just
we're
takes me to
not
my knees.
photogenic. I could be at my best and I still am not photogenic. Like it's just not who we are.
Everybody though, remind yourself, it's lighting and angles, baby. It's
I
lighting
know.
and angles.
Well, we did not set up the correct lighting and angles in those videos. And I
No.
was looking back at a
No,
few
the
of them
candids.
this week and was just
Yeah.
like,
Did you ever see that clip where it's sort of like what I think I look like laughing at a wedding, you know, and it's
Yes.
like, and then it's like what
Totally.
I actually look like. And it's a
Yeah.
series of the worst. And then the comments are all like, I refuse to laugh in public. And I'm like, no. But also relatable. It's
But
like,
also
yeah, it's just
relatable.
the candids, no.
No. And listen, we always say we're overly confident. I feel very good about myself. But in those moments, I'm like, this routine should have started a while ago. You know, like I'm feeling so good about
better
myself.
late than never.
That's
Better
true.
late than never.
1 week in and I just feel so much better. It's amazing what it does. It's like I already feel like my skin looks better. Like I probably dropped 0 weight, but I feel skinnier. Like, anyways, it was a humbling moment and it kept me on track to be like, it's time. And I'll just say one little side note. In the same breath that I was looking at these videos, I got served content of this guy, and I'll have to look it up, but he's like 40 and fit or something.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole mantra is like, too honest. Like like honesty to get you to where you need to be. And if you're not into that, don't follow me. But he was basically just like, if you're in your 40s and you're fat, stop eating bread. And I was just like,
oh boy.
And I was like, okay, you know what? He's right though. Like I kind of needed to hear. I started following him. I might unfollow him next week, but like I started following him.
You know what that gives me is remember when I told you about David Goggins? He's like this ultra marathon runner, but his whole thing is like, you know what to do. Like,
yeah.
I hear that little voice sometimes. It's like I'm opening the pantry and it's like, you know what to do. It's like, yeah, I know the right answer here. I do know the right answer.
I was literally forming my sourdough bread as I was like hearing, lay off the
but here's
bread,
the thing.
fatty.
Here's the thing. And I know one of the topics today is you and I watched the Golden Globes yesterday. We have many, many thoughts on mostly outfits. Let's be honest. We're not movie critics.
All outfits, yeah.
But I want to be the kind of person who hits that sweet spot in life.
Yeah.
Of classically attractive, but living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All caps.
Living. Totally.
You know, I don't want to have J-Lo energy where it's like, listen, she looks phenomenal. Like her little see-through dress. I don't even know. She's probably, I don't know if she's 120 or 130. She looks like she's 20.
Yeah, she's insane.
Like,
but she has no fun.
Doesn't seem like it. You know what I mean? It's like she doesn't have that carb.
Yeah.
She doesn't eat that pasta.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that alcoholic beverage. It's like there is a place, and maybe this is more telling of me, but last week I got in my inbox like an email newsletter from someone I'm not going to name, but it was like why I don't drink anymore.
Oh, I know. I get a lot of those. And honestly, they are very good if you
But you know what I did?
People.
What did I do? I unsubscribed even.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. It's a little bit insufferable. It's a little bit, I don't know. It's like,
I just think if
you want to do that, fine. But don't send me a newsletter about it. And also, it just seems fucking boring. It just seems fucking boring. I want to be fun and medium attractive. And that's the sweet spot for me.
Yeah. I just think it's like moderation. We talk about this all the time. When you go hard in the paint and you do something so extreme, no matter what it is, you get burnt out eventually. It's not sustainable. The whole idea is to change your lifestyle for the better and have it be sustainable, which for me, in order to do that, has to have some of the fun, like you said. I love to have a cocktail with my girlfriends or my husband. Like it's just like, but like, you know, one, and then like maybe not on the weekends or only on the weekends or like every once in a while is fine, especially when you're cutting back. It's just like I don't want to go cold turkey because that's not realistic.
It's the same histogram, but I think this on, you know, I'm not going to go full no carb.
Yeah.
I honestly turn into a hangry bitch if I've done this at times, like leading up to certain events where I
Yeah.
wanted to like be snatched, but
Yeah.
Ms. Honestly, if
When you're
that's for you,
yeah, right.
great, but that's not for me. I need a little bit of, cut the tension here
Well,
with a piece of toast.
I need tips. So the reason I started following the guy who was way too mean, the Simon Cowell of dieting in your 40s, was because he also was giving really good tips. I love those things.
Give
Like,
me a break. What
well,
tips?
it was just like, if you're eating this, eat this instead. Like, so my breakfast was similar, but it's like, 2 eggs, this is the amount of protein you get. If you add a cup of egg whites and you add a cup of Greek yogurt, you mix it with salsa or whatever, which I actually think sounds delicious, you go up to like 68 grams of protein, and how much more full you stay if you just add a couple things versus add the toast or add
Okay.
the whatever. Anyways, I found it to be very helpful tips of like a couple pivots here, and I will
His
reach
tone,
peak
as you've described it,
snatchness.
hardly gives the tone that you described this guy, which is David Goggins, you know what to do.
Oh, I'm not.
Quit eating bread. To me, that feels different than here's a good idea for breakfast. Okay, I can do.
It
Here's a
wasn't
good idea for
delivered.
breakfast.
It was not delivered with a soft tone. I still thought the tips were worth following,
okay.
but I was here for it. Like, I needed the slap in the face at the moment.
Yeah, you want to get your ass kicked here. You want a little. Yeah. Too bad we don't live in the same city. I would thrive just getting you sister style.
We've talked about this. It would be so much more fun to go to the gym, you and I together.
Yeah.
Because we just
The
have
one
more
thing
fun.
about, I know, but I will say, hypothetically, we live in the same city, we go to the gym. When we're in both like a good headspace for working out, we'll work out harder together.
Yeah.
But if one of us is on a...
No, I actually think that's wrong. I think one of us would push the other one because we're competitive. It's like,
you think, or would we just enable each other's
you're
worst
skinnier than me, and then all of
instincts?
a sudden you also want to work out. I am hitting the gym harder than you, and next to each other on that stair stepper, I was watching what level you were doing to try to one up you.
You're right.
I think
you're right. We're competitive.
Me.
Yeah.
But I do agree. If both of us were coming in negative energy, we're sipping coffee and doing nothing.
Here's what I fear. Oh, I can't today. I'm in the sweatpants. Who wants to get iced coffee? I'm like, screw the workout.
Oh gosh. Listen, I got my iced coffee in hand today. I could be convinced to skip a lot for an iced coffee.
Okay. Should we get going here?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So we should start the segment of Smorgasbord with Golden Globes, because I think that's where we'll spend most of our time, which is just kind of a fashion police of Golden Globes. Now, this is coming out a week after, but I always love to talk about fashion.
Now, here's what I would love to just like put some perspective. You and I, 2 moms in our 40s, we just talked about hoping and praying to hit a medium spot on attractiveness, judging the absolute shit out of skinny, perfect Hollywood bodies and people.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it, just to be very clear.
Let's clear that up. We're not judging bodies. We're only judging wardrobes. And I also find
you say that, but these two are related. You can say what you want to say, but
they're not. They're not with my list.
I can tell you, had I worn that Kylie Jenner outfit, I would not be on the best dressed.
But that's not what we're judging. We're judging like overall look of like hairstyle and how they pulled it off. That's not body. That's how they pulled it off.
All right. Whatever makes you sleep at night. Let's get into it.
Okay. Let's roll.
First, can we talk Nikki Glaser? I freaking love her. I'm obsessed.
I agree. She crushed it. And I find her humor, especially in this setting, sometimes she can be a little crass if you see her live.
I'm here for it.
I think kind of agree, but I think she's crushing it. She's not so like self-deprecating and crass in these is it crass? It's crass.
Yeah.
In these moments. She's crushing it, but she's still bringing it. She's not boring. She's funny.
No. Yeah. I really think she's doing great. She, from the Tom Brady roast, for me, I had known of her over the years. I had seen some of her comedy specials.
She had a reality show, which I loved. Of course, you didn't know about it.
Didn't know about that. But generally, I had a positive, but like sometimes a little too much, a little too crass for me, like jokes from time to time.
Yeah, totally.
But she came out firing at Tom Brady roast. It was crass, but somehow hilarious. Perfect. And maybe it's me. I've evolved. Maybe I've evolved where now I love this. But
no, I think her
she has not stopped since.
Better.
She has not stopped. She's been on absolute fire since that roast. And she did the Golden Globes last year, hilarious. She did them this year, still great. Like
Yeah.
she's hitting that perfect spot for me
Well,
of
and this is a
entertaining.
really tough role. Like many people have tried and they have gotten bad reviews. Like to be the host of one of these award shows is not easy.
No.
And she is absolutely crushing it. By the way, can we talk about glow up? She looks fabulous. And she kind of jokes about it a little bit. I've seen her in interviews too about how she had this glow up. So she's aware, like as if one of us had a glow up, it would
Well,
be
it's like she went from a normal person to a Hollywood person.
totally.
And
She
I
had
was
people
at a
helping.
dinner. I had a dinner and someone saw like a famous person and they were like, it's like another stratosphere. And I'm like, yeah. It's like when your whole life is looking that good, you can reach another stratosphere.
Well,
So
it's like you're not ugly, you're just poor. They always say that. It's like these people put all this money into their looks, like because it is the industry. And I actually think it's a very unhealthy way to live, but they do look great.
they look great. Okay, so how do you want to do this? We could go best, worst.
Let's start with just the theme of the night, which was black is back. The look of all of the like crazy colors. Everybody had a very simple or fun black dress, but it was beautiful and simple.
A lot of classy looks.
A lot of classy
looks. I don't know. Black is back. Black's never left.
I know, but not on the award shows have you seen almost everyone wearing a stunning black dress. And I thought overall, everyone looked pretty good. Some of them are boring, but they looked good.
I agree. Everyone looked attractive for the most part. A couple wouldn't have done it, but yeah, I agree. I thought it looked very Hollywood.
I agree. I loved it. So let's start with the black dresses then, because there were a lot of them. So in the category of best black dress, who do you got?
Okay. Mark Ruffalo's wife, whose name is apparently Sunrise.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, we should note, we were looking at, was it People?
No, it was a USA Today before this, like literally like just 158 pictures. So we'll link it so you can like see the actual pictures we were looking at.
Yeah.
But of the black dresses, what a stunner. This one was maybe my favorite black dress of the night.
And it was simple, but it had a low plunge with just a little detail on one side.
Sleeve.
Yeah. I agree. It was just the difference they needed and really stunning. Like very sexy though.
But not too much. Some of them went a little too hard. Okay, what about you? Who do you have for best black dressed?
Well, I liked keeping kind of with the sexy theme. Tiana Taylor, who won Best Supporting Actress. She had kind of a higher neck black, but in the back it went really low, and it had this little detail that was like almost like a
crack, basically.
diamond silver detail. But she pulled it. It was great, and she looked really sexy.
So hot.
But it wasn't too much. But it was very fun in the back.
That was right on the borderline for me.
Yeah.
But again, she's sort of a new to me actress, and she was a showstopper. Hers was not boring.
No,
yeah, definitely not boring.
I loved it. Who else you got?
I also put Melissa McCarthy on here.
Loved.
I thought there was like a knot detail up the middle. It was so flattering. She looks great. I'm also into this like slick back pony sort of look. And a lot of the women had that, but it was working for me pretty much unilaterally. Every time I saw that look, even Selena, well, no, Selena didn't have that. Kylie had that, but it was like, that look worked.
Yeah. It was just sleek and classy.
Yeah.
Well, saying Selena Gomez, she did not make my top, but I liked the direction. So Miley Cyrus did for me, though. So Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez kind of had this old Hollywood look. And Miley and Selena's had kind of a white feather detail that was like fine. And she had her hair super old school looking, which kind of felt like cliche to me for some reason. I didn't love it as much, but Miley just like looks older and mature and very pretty. And I just, for her in particular, the dress was very pretty, but I think I loved it just because I think for her, she looks so good. And I was here for it.
She looked so on brand, which I love for her, even though I wouldn't wear that dress. Selena, I think it was the makeup I didn't like. I thought the dress was cool. I liked the old school glamour hair. There was something about the makeup though that like made her look 45. And I was like, I don't know. There's something a little bit off about it. And
Feathers and the tight curled
You
Hollywood
know what
look was
kind of
too
like
much
old
for me.
glamour look though that I did like was Ao Edebiri.
Mhm.
She's that stunning actress that was on The Bear,
Oh,
and she
yes.
had this like gorgeous retro hair. The
Mhm.
dress was simple, a little bit off the shoulder, but I was like, "Ooh, it's a vibe." I'm kind of feeling this vibe. I thought she pulled it off better than Selena Gomez.
Yeah, her style was I actually really loved her whole look.
Yeah.
I will also say, I liked Julia Roberts. Now, it was a little simple, but it was a low plunge with long
Yeah.
sleeves. Simple, but it fit great. She had also a long necklace. And to me, she was just stunning. And I don't know if it's
Yeah.
just because she's Julia Roberts, but I just thought she looked great. And
She does look
age
great.
appropriate, but like sexy. I don't know. I thought it was great.
She just still looks amazing. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit like, I think her Hollywood work is A plus where you can't tell. Some of them they're
Mm-hmm.
too much and you go, you've had work done. Hers is so subtle if she's had it, which I'm sure she has.
Yeah.
But yeah, she looks gorgeous. To me, a little boring. A little too boring.
I agree. I don't disagree with that, but I just thought she pulled it off well.
I thought Robin Wright, I don't know if she's just my style icon, but I'm like, damn, she looks good every single time. Her black
Yeah,
dress was interesting and not boring, I thought.
I agree. And again, it's just she looked good. Like the whole thing looked good.
And
She
I thought
had
Rashida Jones looked really pretty. Did you see hers?
I did too. I kind of put her, to be honest with you, of the category. I have a whole category called in the middle that we may or may not talk about because they were
Okay.
good, not great to me. But she was really like, again, so many people just looked really stunning. It's just, did
It
it
was a
stand
bit
out
boring,
to
but
me?
pretty. But pretty.
No. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
I love
let's
it.
go the black dresses we were not crazy about. Oh, Ariana. Sorry,
That's
girl.
the only one I put in this category.
Oh, I have more than that.
Well, I think there was a couple ones that I just didn't say was worse because they were just simple. But I don't like that poofy princess look, and I know that's kind of her character, so that's probably why she
I
did
think
it
I'm
from
also
Wicked.
overexposed on her. I just, it's like I didn't want to consume as much content as got shoved down my throat about her and Cynthia Erivo around this Wicked launch.
Yeah.
I'm over her, all caps.
Yeah, I agree. Even Amy Poehler, who I'm obsessed with on her podcast, didn't like everybody I'm seeing on Amy Poehler's podcast. I'm like, gosh, they're making me laugh so hard. I love them. You're
She won
seeing a
Best
different.
Podcast. Did you see?
Yeah, oh yes, Amy Poehler did. Yes.
Yeah, first time that category was in there, and I love her
Of
podcast.
course
I was
she
super excited to see
did.
her win.
I mean, she's in that celebrity world. She's been to the Golden Globes before. Of course she did. But also, I love her podcast is great. There's no denying how amazing these interviews are. And they're making me like these people or get to know them in a way that I haven't before. They seem lighthearted. The whole point was that I didn't love the episode with Ariana. She didn't win me over by any means.
So Amy Poehler's outfit didn't win me over at the Golden Globes. Like, again,
She
I love her so much. I want more for her.
Well, she had a white box kind of shirt on with black wide leg pants. And to me, it was heading in the right direction. Like style wise, I love that look. But it didn't fit well. It was like the pants were too long, and that's supposedly the look. But it didn't look good. I agree with you on that.
I put Michelle Rodriguez on.
Yeah, I agree. I have her.
And as a tomboy myself, as a tomboy at heart, you got to be careful if you're a tomboy. She looked like she couldn't walk in her heels, and it was like awkward. Well, it was like this wasn't the right dress / look for her.
It was like right below the knee with some feather added to it, and it just didn't hit.
It was bad prom. It was bad prom.
Yeah.
I also put Leslie Mann. Woof. I hated the gloves so much.
I agree. I had her in my overall worst category.
Okay.
Not just the black dresses, but she had white gloves going up to her shoulders with a black dress that had kind of a weird neckline.
She's too pretty to look. She's too pretty for that.
And if you drop the gloves, I think it maybe would be fine. She wouldn't be on my worst list. The gloves
let's
made
put a
it
pin
bad.
in other worst and go to best, just so we don't look like total bitches for too long.
Well,
I thought Nikki Glaser pretty much from top to bottom crushed. But my favorite outfit was the red one that she did her opening monologue.
Yeah.
Stunner.
I agree. I loved that look. She had a pink one walking in on the red carpet that was also very pretty.
Yeah.
Red. Yeah. That one was amazing. And it actually made me go, okay, I forget as a blonde to wear red. I've also been in this neutral look, which I'm trying to get out of because again, it's washing me out. Red. She made me think red for myself.
Man, She looked great.
Yeah,
I think you
she looked
could
great.
totally do red, by the way, with your skin tone. Because you
Yeah,
and Nikki Glazer have similar
skin
hair,
tone.
skin,
Yeah,
coloring.
humor.
Wheel. Um, okay.
uh, so
I love like an architecture, kind of like chic, sleek. This is very my aesthetic. Center of the fairway. Freaking loved Emily Blunt's outfit. Her and John, I thought looked so classy and cool.
And together, they looked great together.
Yeah.
I agree. I thought she was on my best dress, and I circled her. So
okay. So we're aligned.
And she kind of had like a structured coat almost typing top with the dress.
Yeah. She looked
And
phenomenal.
it was really good. And then I also had for my best Kylie Jenner. Now, I just think that she is, well, obviously stunning. But it was like gold, but the way it fit was so good. And she just looked very classy, but it was not boring. And I thought she crushed it.
Well, this is one where I'm like, separate the dress from the body. This is the body one. Because her body is just so in your face.
Yeah.
But her body looked bananas good in this dress. So I agree. Plus, I love the styling with the slick back pony. Like, I thought a lot of other elements of the look were hitting. So I agree. It was great. And, you know, I don't know if everybody would have looked that good in that dress.
I just want to put this out there, though. If you put me in any of these top dresses, would that still be the best dress? Maybe the red one.
Yeah, I think
maybe it was flat. In Emily Blunt's, maybe you're right, because the jacket is flattering. That type of look could be flattering on a lot of different people.
Right. Okay. Now, this is one where it's like, is it a best dressed, or is Kylie's body just so bananas?
Well,
like, I don't think this, if anyone else wears this, I don't know if it makes my top list.
Okay. Well, it's a good call.
Because like, take Kate Hudson. Like, hers was similar, but in silver.
I thought she looked great. She was in my middle of the road. But I thought
silver. I was kind of like, I'm not loving this silver. There was a few silver dresses, and to me, they were washing people out.
Yeah. I think though,
I think it needs like an olive or a darker skin tone to like pop. And like, it was a lot of blondes wearing them. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's my favorite combo.
Yeah. All right. Well, noted. No silver. Yeah, those were my top. And then let's go to worst.
Yeah. Who do you got?
Let's get worst on there. So I said, say no to Emma Stone. It didn't quite rhyme, but I tried to make it work. She had, and look, she's stunning, but she had a long skirt, but it was lower on the hip line, and then a like almost crop top, and it was a neutral color.
Yeah, her whole stomach was exposed.
But the way the lower skirt was, to me, and again, she's stunning. It's not the look I like. I mean, and talk about if you put that on anybody else, that's not winning.
You know what it gave me? My own high school dance where I wore that purple two-piece. Do you remember this? We went to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And on Monday morning after the dance, intercom comes over to the entire high school that says, from now on, we're not allowing two-piece dresses at the dances. And literally the entire place like turned and looked at me.
Yeah. Well,
so I basically am responsible for a dress code rule now at our high school. Probably still in effect to this day.
Probably still in effect. Yeah. I remember that dress. You looked great in it. It was like a deep purple, but it was a two-piece. And you had abs for days. So you had like a six-pack with this. So you looked good. But it was just it was style.
It was tacky
yeah.
This was the era when you used to take little hairs and coil them until they spun and then pinned it. So this is millennial coded 100%.
Like if you were in She's All That.
See if I can dig up a picture. I also am so tan because this was the tanning bed era.
Tan. Yeah. So tan, really deep lipstick to you, or deep lipstick. And I listen, She's All That I just referenced. It was like you were in that movie. And I
thought I was hot shit looking back, cringe city, but Emma Stone might have that same reaction in 10 years looking back. Not that I'm 10 years out of high school. I just realized I'm 25 years out of high school.
Yikes. All right. Okay. Who else made your Emma Stone was mine? Who was your
I put Molly Sims on here. I'm a fan. I like her pod. I get her newsletter and I like a lot of her style. So I had high hopes for her. It was too I didn't like it. I didn't think,
There
again,
was
she's too hot to look that bad. It was
yeah,
pastel pink with a too much ruffles around the hips. It was
that's what it
like,
was.
I
The
don't know. It was like the
pastel
top was like corseted or something. It was not good.
I thought it would be fine if that middle section was gone. It's like, come on. Even Molly Sims, no one wants to add ruffles around the hips. Let's get
Mm-mm.
real.
Well, it was
I
almost the waist. That was what was problematic.
I didn't love it.
No.
I
Who else you
agree.
got?
Well, I thought Leighton Meester was on here for me too. Now she was trying to be different, but she had like
Oh, yeah, the
a
yellow
strapless with like a beaded detail, but it had a yellow around the
sash.
sash, almost around the boobs. It was not hitting for me. And the look between her and Adam Brody, which by the way, as a couple, I'm obsessed with them. I think they're
Yeah.
great. But he was wearing like a gray jacket with like black pants. And then with her yellow, it was not working them side by side. And I was just like, two beautiful people. It still didn't work. So that was low.
Yeah. Well, speaking of two beautiful people, we liked Kylie, but I did not like Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
I
I
thought he.
did.
Oh, you did?
I thought everybody in the men category, a couple call outs was it's just hard to stand out unless you do something crazy. And I don't usually like when you do something too crazy.
Yeah.
I thought his was like different and he kind of almost had like a combat boot look that he pulled off. And for him, I didn't mind it. I thought it was like kind of cool.
Okay. Well, we'll agree to disagree. I also, Glenn Powell, lose the glasses, dude. You're too hot for that. That was.
I kind of think that he can do no wrong. I mean, I don't know. He's giving Iceman for me in a fine way. I'm like, sure, of course, Iceman would wear those glasses.
Again, that falls to me, and that you're too hot to pull that off, do that to yourself.
Okay.
Can I also mention? I'm on a heated rivalry obsession.
Oh,
but
yeah, you are.
The two main actors were there. They got called out in the monologue. They were like, I felt like very A-list. I'm like, this show is hitting. This show is everybody's on board.
It's hit. And I was listening to a podcast that said, I forget what they started with, but let's say 50,000 followers. They each had like 50,000 followers or whatever. And now all of them have over like 1.5 million within like a week of the show coming out because people just like absolutely are jumping
it's
on board.
Fire.
Yeah.
They both look great, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought they
looked good.
They were on trend with the black and white, but they brought some heartthrob energy.
It was working for me. For new people, I don't know if I
just like them.
Yeah, you just like them, but I agree. Well, and my last on the worst list was Pam Anderson, and it's not because of her no makeup look. I actually respect it, and I thought her hair and makeup looked fine, or lack thereof.
Yeah,
it was. She's a very. I appreciate what she's doing.
Yeah,
she just had a white blouse tucked into like a white skirt, and the way it was tucked in was just not super flattering. I wanted it to be different.
I don't know. It feels a little cliche. Like you hit a certain age and you have to wear a white button down. Blah, lame. Fight that fight. Don't do that. I know it's cult classic and like Helen Mirren did it for years. And it's like, I don't know. I want more exciting fashion out of older women.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still got it. Pam Anderson of all people. So still got it. Like you don't need to wear a button down.
Totally. All right. Well, and to round out Golden Globes. We have
I got some we got to talk about still.
Well, that's what I was going to say. To round it out, we're going to go to a couple.
I thought you were shutting me up.
No.
Okay.
Just a couple had to talk about. Okay. Which one of those we talked about was, you already brought it up, was J-Lo.
Yeah. I mean, she looked good. It was a kind of I don't know if the dress was that good. It
was like tight and see-through looking, and then the bottom had a little detail to it. I mean, you can do no wrong with her body, like we talked about, but if anybody else is wearing that dress, no thanks. And it always, to me, and maybe you said this and I'm stealing it, it resonated. Right. It looks like she's trying too hard a little bit. Like, if she would have gone in a simple black dress that had a little detail, she'd look amazing. It was just too much for me.
Yeah, I just thought it looked, there was something not easeful and not elegant about it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I didn't love it.
I also want to like throw a piece of sourdough bread at her. Eat it.
I feel like she's the one secretly listening to that influencer. Do not eat a carb. Okay, let's go Jennifer Lawrence. I put her in my I can't decide list because on one hand, she looked gorge.
Totally.
but sort of like off brand for her or something. What did you
It
think?
had a little J-Lo energy. It was like a see-through look with like flowers covering the areas of
It had like
discretion.
Britney energy, I thought.
It had a little Britney. So I loved her hair. I thought the
Yeah,
like
hair,
hair looked great.
bangs.
I just love her so much. You're right. When you like somebody or they just, are stunning, it's hard to say they don't look great. Like I just love her so much. She looked good, but it was off brand and I thought a little bit too much. I don't love that see-through look. I think it's over. I'm ready for that to be over at least.
She just doesn't scream delicate floral see-through.
Yeah.
So it just didn't feel like her. But I was thinking, like, what I thought when I saw that was, I forget, I think she signed with Dior. I was like, Dior made her wear this. She didn't want to wear it. It sort of had a, like, felt to me, which is never what you want.
Again,
what did you think of Rose Byrne? So she won Best Actress. Okay. I like her again, so I'm sort of like leaning into it. She had that bright green. Did you see it?
It was like a silk bright green.
Satin, I would say.
Satin, bright green. Very flattering. When you go to high school for the Emma Stone, I go back to my freshman year in high school when all I wanted was to wear a green dress. And mine was a little bit more lime than this. Yes. And it was satin.
Yours was a little more glow in the dark, if I recall.
No, it was like a lime green. I borrowed it from your friend Katie, and I loved that dress. So for me, I was liking this just because it was bringing me back to that moment. Now, it was maybe a fashion misstep. Like if you look back, are people picking me out of that group being like, oh, she looks great. but the feeling I had in that dress was bringing
that's half
it back.
The battle, right? Like, isn't that, if it made you feel that good, then that's what it's all about.
And that green is my color. I love it. So
well,
I was
just
watched
a movie over the weekend called People We Meet on Vacation. I mentioned this because I read the book. I was very excited for it to come out and I watched it.
Did you like it?
I liked it. I did not love it. And I did not love the actress in it, but she has a show-stopping lime green dress in it.
Okay.
That I think you would love.
I love it.
So I mean, there was a trend with this old Hollywood look and the like retro hair and the black classic. And there was definitely a trend on green dresses. There was a number of them. And they ranged from like this emerald green to
like a deep green.
I even like Kristen Dunst. She had more of like a pine green and I thought it was pretty.
I almost thought it was black. Yeah. It was my favorite green. How about that? It was my favorite green dress of the night.
Yep. Okay.
All right. The last one we had was Jenna Ortega. Now, she was wearing a black dress, but it was kind of cut out on the sides and almost structured in the middle. It was very unique. And I liked it. I thought she looked great and it was very different, but it was a striking difference.
Hers felt Met Gala versus Golden Globes to me because it was so funky. It almost felt like a art piece versus a dress.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm here for in the right context. I thought it was slightly out of context, but I will say in a sea of black dresses, hers stood out. It was not boring. It was interesting. It felt on brand for her, which feels like an important thing for me this year. I don't know. It's just like, does this feel like them? It did. Yeah. She gives very like Wednesday Addams energy. And
it was like a little punk or something. Yeah, Wednesday Addams. Okay. All right. Well, look, overall, I didn't really watch the Golden Globes. It's not my thing, but I love doing the fashion. And I totally miss Joan Rivers doing Fashion Police.
Yeah.
So this was fun to do. Yeah, exactly.
All right. I just watched the monologue and then look at the dresses.
Yeah. And I've been seeing a bunch of clips. Of clips.
I will say I want to watch the Leo movie. It won a bunch. It piqued my interest enough to watch it.
I'm going to put him in the category of when we watched the Brad Pitt F1 movie, we just couldn't talk like more about, he's just a really solid actor and has been for so many years. Yeah. And then of course we always joke about my obsession with Mission Impossible, but like Tom Cruise also is in that category. It's like the Top Gun of it all. Like he's just really solid. I feel the same way. Like I think that
about Leo.
Yeah. I think he's just like a solid
judgment
actor
until I watch this. I know everybody thinks that. For me, and I don't know if it was the Titanic of it all, some actors are so good I forget I'm watching that actor. With him, a lot of times I still see Leonardo DiCaprio acting. So
Okay.
I don't, to me, there's like, if he can't jump, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt going into this movie.
Okay.
You've piqued my interest. And then we got to mention Adolescence won a bunch last night. That's a movie that's like center of the fairway for us. I did end up watching it. It was very good. Very dark. I think it kind of almost won because it, like, theme wise, everyone's on board with sort of like the pendulum swinging back against big tech, and like we're definitely riding that wave.
Yeah. Right.
And I think it was like right movie, right time.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if your eyes were not open to the scaries of social media and tech, it certainly did the job.
It was very timely. That's
very
for sure.
timely.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got a couple other topics today.
Okay.
But we can kind of fly through them a little bit.
Okay.
Which was, I would like to move to the study that came out for deli meats and cereals potentially causing cancer.
Yeah.
And I sent this to you. But there was a study, and it's been all over social media. And Kate was like, "Is it backed in science?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let me check." So we went in and like did the study. And the study was like by the BMJ. So we'll tag the study.
No,
it
it was legit science.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always look for when I look at a scientific study is like how many people were in the study. So like you can have a study with 10 people and you can come up with a takeaway, but 10 people is hardly representative of a population. This one had 105,000 people.
Right.
Average age women, 42, 80% of them were women. Average age was 42. It's like, okay, this is center of the fairway for you and me.
Well, and what I loved about it was it wasn't all doomsday, if you will. Like some of the takeaways were like, if you like, we talk about this all the time, like preservatives and additives, there are a lot of them and a lot of them are unknown and they're in our food and they cause cancer. That's all we know. The thing that stood out for me is that there are ones that you need to watch out for, and they listed them here. But they also said 11 out of 17, there's no association tied to it, which I think is important because it's like we're looking at all of these crazy ones. If we really hone in on the like 5 or 6 that are super like on the high risk level of like potentially leading to cancer, I'm here for that. It dials it in a way that's like, okay, and what are those? And the top things that came out are like the things in deli meats, the sodium nitrates and potassium nitrates in deli meats and hot dogs and sausage are on that list. And that to me makes sense. Bacon.
Yep.
And so it's just about finding the brands or eliminating those from your diet, which seems possible, right? Now, there's different ones. I didn't love this. Sulfites, which I know a lot from my wine days. Wine, dried fruit, bottled juices. That's on the list as well. So we're going to have to look into that deeper because I love wine. And anyways, we'll list them. But those were my takeaways is like, if I can eliminate processed meats from my kids' diets, I'm here for it because we do lunches and in that is deli meat. So I kind of took a takeaway of like, I'll make chicken breast at the beginning of the week or even roasted chicken and make my own deli meats. So that way we're kind of doing it in a way that's not all these preservatives.
My son's favorite food is bacon. That one's going to be tricky to replicate. But
yeah. Again, moderation. If you're eating bacon every week, maybe eliminate it a little bit and see what else. Like that's how I feel.
I do want to say one thing. It did not prove that it causes it. It's just correlated with it. Yes. And again, you got to use some common sense here. There's no way to prove causation that tightly, even in a lot of the like research about like tech and mental health. It's like, it's really tricky to run a study that is causational, but there's some common sense here when things are so correlated to such a tight degree. You go, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be cautious here and like cut back a little bit.
Yeah.
The one that I was sort of struggling with, so it's like deli meat, really processed. I get it. It makes sense. That's not healthy. Let's cut it back or minimize it where we can.
Yeah.
The one that was trickier for me was the potassium sorbate, which is pretty much in like a ton of cereal, snack foods, baked goods, sauces. I'm like, damn, like that one's tough.
This is where I go to, which is that is when I use my Yuka app, to be honest with you, because, and we've already started to talk about this, is there are high risk additives, as this is saying, and there are certain brands that lean into like it's not all like natural or leaning towards
Mhm.
the healthier side. So everything we talked about with the Yuka app and trying to find healthier alternatives is what I've been doing.
I
And
agree.
same
In
with
Yuko we
cereal.
trust. In
In
Yuko we
Yuka we
trust.
trust. Yeah. So for me, that one was like, yes, but also I'm going to stick with the brands that I'm learning about that I love.
Did you, kind of in the same vein, there was a 60 Minutes segment. I didn't watch the whole show, but it hit my social media feed. It was with Dr. Pita Atia. I might be saying his name wrong, but basically the interviewer like asked him about a bunch of trendy health things, and he like did like a quick response. You've probably seen this format on social where somebody like asks an expert this and they respond in a few words.
Yes, I have seen that. I love those types of content, but I did see this one in particular. And 60 Minutes made it feel less social media and more legit, even. And he's a
Yeah.
legit doctor that's on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So he had a couple things that I want to highlight. One, she said mouth tape. I've never felt so validated and vindicated in my
I knew
life.
you were going to bring that one up.
Oh, I had to, when I have a chance to be right.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically said mouth tape, if you're a mouth breather, this is a great one for breathing through your nose is a lot better than breathing through your mouth.
He did not say that. All he said was that mouth tape was if you are a mouth breather, it's a good technique to learn how to breathe through your nose. He didn't say like it's super beneficial to breathe through your nose versus your mouth. That was you. But I agree with you. I took that one away. I was like, okay, we'll see.
What about this one? You and I have even switched to aluminum-free deodorant.
I know. I loved this one.
What did he say in one word when asked about it? Hoax.
Yes, he said aluminum in your deodorant, hoax. That's interesting to lean into and learn more about because again,
so I did. I then hit the Chat GPT. What research links aluminum to cancer? There's not a lot of meat on that bone, folks. I don't know. We'll have to get some, Maha people on here telling us what sources they're using to get this going. But and you know what I did last week? I had a tennis match. And I went back and I found my old deodorant and I put it back on. So this is changing my behavior in real time here. I still think I'll use the Salt and Stone aluminum-free deodorant most days when I'm not like needing aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm not afraid to use my old Dove classic go-to.
Listen,
when you really got a sweat coming.
Phil used my deodorant over the holidays, and he said, it was the OWI. I don't. Is it we? It's the OAUI one or whatever. The aluminum free. And he was like, I think it's making me smell worse. I was like, you're not wrong. And I had the most embarrassing. And if we were recording a podcast over the holidays, I would have put it as my low. But we went to the gym and I used that deodorant. And I was wearing a sweatshirt because it was like kind of like cold and whatever.
Okay.
And I worked out. And I walked out of that gym smelling terrible. I smelled really bad. And I don't smell that much after a workout. And like the deodorant did not work. Yeah. And then mom called me and was like, hey, can you run me a quick errand to the grocery store? We need a couple of things. And I was like, sure, no problem. We're in Evansville. I won't see anyone. I saw everyone I knew. I saw like 5 people that I haven't seen in a while that I went to high school with. And I saw another person who I hadn't seen from like young days. And all of them stopped me and all of them leaned in for the hug. And I was like, all of these people are going to say, woof, and did not smell good. And I just want to be like, this was a unique situation, people. It was aluminum free.
Were you so insecure you said something, or did you just zip it?
Only to one. I ran into like a really close friend back in the day, Sally, who I'm obsessed
you had
with.
To say something.
And I was just like kind of hugging her. She was like the third person to hug me. So I kind of did it was more because my hug was like armpits down. And I didn't embrace her like I should have. And I was like, it's because I smell. Like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was just kind of one of those moments where I was like, I got to go back. I got to go back. This
could be, get it tight, get it right. It might be time to get your deodorant tight.
Yeah.
And right.
Yeah, I agree. I tried. Okay. I did my best. A
friend recommended a new one to me called Carpe, which I'm going to check out. She swears by it. She said it's one like you will not sweat.
I'll try it. This is the third. You will not smell, but I'll try it.
I know. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to check it out and revert back.
There were 2 more things out of this study.
That caught your eye?
That caught my eye. Not study, sorry. The clip.
The clip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And one was that there is no evidence right now for Bluetooth headphones to be causing health damage because that's all the rage. And I actually made Phil switch to regular headphones again because he has them
No.
in all the time. And at night, he'll put them in, and I'm like, you're falling asleep with them in your head. That's awful, which maybe it still is. But he
No.
switched.
There's no science. Follow the science.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And then the other one that you and I talked about is the microplastics.
Yeah. This one is starting to, for me, break through the noise of several trusted sources and
Yes.
science-backed things starting to stack up against the microplastics.
It makes so much sense. If you leave a hot plastic water bottle in a car and then you drink it, it makes sense that the plastic seeped into the water. That's not like earth shattering
Yeah.
to me. But what I liked about him is that he said, yes, they're a thing. It's a thing. But if you do 5 simple steps to your daily routine, 80% improvement on microplastics getting into your system.
Yeah.
And those, we'll put them in the link. But basically, it was like a water filtration, which makes sense
Okay,
to
but
me.
I know, but I looked and I thought our fridge was putting out filtered water. It
Mhm.
is, but it's not putting out reverse osmosis filtered water.
Okay, I got to check that. That's
So
interesting.
basically, you have to buy a system and install it under your sink, and it costs like $280 on Amazon. And I just sent it to Chris because I'm like, maybe, we have stuff going on under our sink right now.
And it has to be under the sink. It can't be through the fridge.
No, you can do through the fridge, but to get it in your fridge, you have to like set up a sink system and then run a new line,
Got
which
it.
isn't going to happen for us. They also have freestanding, almost like Brita
Yeah,
filter.
we used to have that actually.
But the reverse osmosis is its own specific thing. But I guess that's the one that gets rid of the microplastics, and the other filters don't. So it's like,
this one feels like the biggest change for sure. Like it's
Yeah.
the biggest change if you do make this daily.
I'll see if I have support. I literally sent it to him and I was like, I think I'm ready to spend a couple $100 to install an RO water filtration system. This
I'll do
one
a little
feels
bit
like it makes
more
sense.
research, but I agree. I think it makes sense, and because we drink water so much, obviously it's so important. Maybe that's the change we need. Now, air filtration too made sense to me, and that's
Yeah.
simple. We used to have a bunch of filters. We kind of didn't do it for a while, and I kind of thought it was like the HEPA or HEPA
Yeah, HEPA's right.
filters. It gets rid of the airborne particles in the air in your house. Thought that was interesting.
Now, I went crazy on this when Grace got diagnosed with a bunch of allergies. And when Chris we thought it was allergies. That's a longer story. But like, I know we did it then. Although I'll be honest, I don't know if I've checked them. So I'm like, this is now on my list of like, go back, make sure the filters are good and updated and whatever.
Yeah.
But good filters in your house.
Yeah, that's a big one. And those two are I already do the other 3. So those were the big
other
ones.
3 all felt related to me, which is basically,
and we've talked about it on the pod before.
And you've already switched me over. So I got out, we had glass food containers and I just wasn't using them. When the kids were little, I was afraid they would drop and break them and stuff. And we went back to plastic. And now I got back the glass and we're using the glass storage again. But basically it's do not heat up food in a plastic container. That's pretty much it. Because the plastic seeps in with heat into your food or water or whatever you're doing. So
makes so much sense.
Food storage,
Easy
kitchenware.
change. Yeah, food storage is the other one. Now they always talk about, I think it's just like remove plastic food containers from your house. It's like do one swoop of a bulk item of containers that are glass now, and it changes most things. Like that's one. And then this one was interesting. But like coffee or tea, it said metal strainers, like basically get rid of the plastic in your coffee too. Now, my coffee maker may not be in this. I got to check and see because we just have a basic coffee maker. Now, I believe it's not metal. Like
I use a filter thing though. Just wonder if that
I don't know.
We should more work needed here on our coffee makers.
Yeah, but I think the other one here for me was like if you have hot coffee from a place, don't put it in like if they're serving you like plastic, try not to do the plastic.
Yeah. Well, luckily for you, you like iced coffee and everything, so you should be fine. Right?
Well, they put my iced coffee in plastic cups though.
But that's okay because that's the heat. As long as you don't keep it in the sun.
Yeah.
The heat is what makes that plastic go into whatever is in there.
Yeah.
So I think you're fine.
All right. Well, I just thought that whole study was interesting. I'm glad you sent it over. Again, I keep saying study. That one was not the study. That was more of a 60 minutes clip. But
Yeah.
I loved that one.
Can I just say one more thing from that clip that jumped out at me was hormone replacement therapy for women in menopause. And he said, amazing. It's a crime of a century that was basically not highlighted for a long time. And a lot of women suffered.
Yeah.
And as someone who went on progesterone in 2025, and it so helped my sleep, I just feel like really strongly about, I don't know, destigmatizing it, talking about it, opening up access to women who need hormones as their bodies change in their 40s and 50s. So I thought that was also cool that he highlighted that in that way.
Yep. Loved it. All
Cool.
right. I have one more thing just to switch gears completely and almost ask you. I know what you do, so almost think of it like an opinion of what I can do and what others can do. We have all these Christmas cards or holiday cards from tons of families.
Mm-hmm.
They're awesome. I don't have a great place to put them up after the holidays. When I take my holiday decor down, it usually comes with it because I have a holiday thing that I like put them on.
Yeah.
I had thought about this year doing like a collage and almost like framing it and putting it somewhere, maybe not even framing it if it's the right collage, like bulletin board type.
Mm-hmm.
I just like, what do you think about that? You keep them, don't you? You're a keeper of these through the years. Or do you just toss them?
Well, generally speaking, I'm on team toss it. Like we don't need to save every art. And there's a bunch of research. There's like, the minimalist life, but it's like if you actually curate down, you enjoy the things you have more. So in general, I'm on team toss it. But with Christmas cards, I put mine on the back of my pantry door. I keep them up year round and they bring me a lot of joy to see people I care about on a regular basis. So for me, creating that collage in a place that you see more than infrequently, like could you put it in your laundry room on that wall and create a cute bulletin board of maybe not everybody's card, but the people you really like? Or
yeah, maybe. I think in the laundry room's good. I was actually thinking like, is there more of a place I could put it out? But to me, the pantry, I don't want more clutter in there.
Yeah.
And the laundry room, I get the same feeling. Like, I don't know if it's going to bring me joy in there because I just feel like there's.
And let me ask you this. In 20 years, when you're going through old photos and your kids have left the house and you're feeling sentimental, is going through old Christmas cards of people you care about interesting?
No, I want to be clear. I'm not keeping these after a certain amount of time.
I do. I take them down, put them in a Ziploc bag, and put them in my keep pile.
Oh my gosh. No, I think it's like out with the old, in with the new. They're going to send me new ones next year. And I understand the overtime. I can't do that. It's like when you get the bin from your mom and it's like all kinds of stuff from your like homework and stuff. It's like, no, I didn't want to see homework from 3rd grade. Like, I don't care. Like, get rid of the clutter. It's a cute idea.
Okay. You sound like, yeah. Absolutely not. That's insane. Cute idea. Interesting. Good feedback.
Cute idea for you.
The reality is it's probably like a lot of my leftovers where I save them in glass containers. I put them in there only to throw them out 2 days later.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Makes you feel better.
Makes me feel better for a moment. And then I toss it.
Okay.
So maybe it's time to toss. I think that's where we landed with that.
Yeah. Time to toss. Wait, collage, maybe time to toss.
Where are you going to put your collage? I think that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because I don't want it in the background of your office.
No, I mean, new background. Who dis? I can't ruin it. It's like
there. Like to me, it has to be a partially hidden. Like the back of a pantry door is perfect if you have the space, because close that off, don't see it most of the time. So I don't think you have the right spot for it, and that's why I'm on team toss for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not tossing quite yet, but
soon.
Yeah, soon. Okay. All right.
Can we pivot to a new topic?
I think that's it of topics. Do you have any more topics?
Well, I had something I wanted your opinion on, which is I forget it, I get it right this week. Have had a series of what I'm going to classify as like doomsday items.
Oh.
That have been sitting in the little mom brain back part for a while.
What are we talking here?
Okay. I bought road atlases last week. And I put them in our cars.
Okay.
ever since we went to North Carolina and got stranded there and lost access to the internet, and you had to beautiful mind a map to get us out of town, I swore I was going to do this, but I never executed it.
Yeah, same.
And I did it.
I
And
love
now
that.
that little what if, she gone.
Listen, I think the roadmap is classic because that situation is rare that we were in. And I'm so glad
Yeah.
you brought up my beautiful mind because I was still so proud of
Yeah.
myself for getting us
Yeah,
out of
you
that
should be.
situation,
You
basically
really should
saving
be.
us.
Saved us.
It was unbelievable. I almost blacked out and came to.
No, you kind of did. Your anxiety like created like a
but like the roadmap or the atlas with like $50 stuffed in it. Now, if your car gets broken into, you lose $50. That's unfortunate. Or maybe you could hide $50 somewhere else that maybe they won't find in the car. But that was key for us getting out of that situation because gas was there was nobody taking debit card or credit card. You had to have cash.
Part 2 of Doomsday is keep cash on you.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
So I told Chris, I'm ready to start keeping cash on me. Not a ton. You don't need to mug me. I don't have that much, but just, $100 of cash in case you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And before I had created this like go bag, and every time the cleaning lady come, I took the cash out of that go bag, and it never had cash in it. And that go bag was a complete waste of space. But this is just in your wallet where you're going to grab it if you're going anyways. Just keep a little cash. That's what I'm on.
Now, are you doing like Thomas Crown Affair where you pull a her and she calls and she's like, if I had to be gone tomorrow and I could only take one bag, what would be in it? Is that what you're doing? Do you have that bag?
Okay. The other thing that I have organized is in my phone, I created a grab in case of a quick fire list.
Okay.
Because when I've talked to people that actually went through this life experience, they said you have about 10 minutes and you're panicked. So if you're not organized, you grab all the wrong things. Mm-hmm. You grab all the wrong things. You grab the expensive dress. You don't care about that. You need to grab the sentimental items, the ornaments, the grandma's painting, you know what I mean? It's like, so I didn't get it all together like in one spot. Mm-hmm. But I made my list where in 10 minutes I could get everything we needed, including, passports and key documents, kid art and photos, Christmas ornaments and sentimental items, heirlooms. I'm out. So I'm ready.
Do you have this list up somewhere?
I can send it to you. I made it in just my iPhone. Like in my messages or, my notes.
This is going to happen to you. You're going to be scrolling through your notes trying to find where
I'm going to search it. I put fire go list.
Okay. All right.
So I think I won't forget that and I'll search fire. That will hopefully the search will work. And then I can grab the items.
Maybe we should print it out and like put it on the back of like your desk or something just in case or something.
I'm not a printout and I'll lose that. So
I love a good.
We got to hope these notes work for the best, and but I got organized with it. Okay, the other one, my last item on my doomsday prepping list. Mm-hmm. I am going to take a CPR class.
Oh yes, I think that's a great idea because it switches too. I've taken CPR classes, especially around the births of all of my children.
Did you go in person with like a real dummy and an expert watching? See, I never did that. I watched a YouTube video of it when I had kids, and I was sort of like, I think I got it.
When we did, when I was a group fitness instructor, we had to do it every year in person with a dummy. And then when we had, I think it was Ace. I think it was our first child because that's when you're the most nervous. Of course. Phil and I did it, a real class through the hospital. Well,
I think ever since my husband had this very serious heart event 3 and change years ago, this has been a little nervous spidey sense that sits in the back of my mom brain, and it's just anxiety. Whenever you're at an anxious moment, all these weird little things like, oh, I never got an atlas. Oh, I don't really know how to do CPR in an adult. Like all these things creep up in your worst moment.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, get them out of there. Be ready. So I'm going to take a CPR class, and I looked it up. And it's a 3-hour online class. And then there's a place like downtown Danville where I can go and practice on the dummy, and an expert will tell me if I'm doing it correctly, which that's the piece for me that I like really want.
I think it's important, especially if you've never taken one in person. It's important because now I can read like, okay, it was like 30 to 2 or whatever. Like those things change. It used to be 15 to whatever. and I understand because I did it on the dummy once. Now I could probably get a refresh for sure, but I think it's great. I love it. And
Mhm.
I'll add 2 more things. Fire
'Kay.
blankets. We have fire blankets around from my
I don't have
mother-in-law,
those.
but we have 2. So you can
These are
put
those silver ones, sort of?
they're I think so. I don't know what color they are. It's like in a red bag, but I have one under the sink and I have one in our pantry almost for like if there's something. It's usually by the stove, to be honest with you, but something happens.
Oh, you throw it over the fire?
That's right. That's right.
I
So we
like
have
this.
those.
That seems
And
easy.
then the one thing that I haven't gotten yet, but we almost did, which is like, here we go. I'm like talking about this because it's like maybe I should have gotten it, was the choking things. Have you seen the choking mechanism that like helps in a
Yes.
choking situation? Now we
I
stopped
have them
because
now.
you have to have a small one and like an adult one.
Yeah, I have to admit, I bought them and I don't know how to use them. So this is on the list of learning
Okay.
how to use this thing.
Maybe I'll
The
add those to
plunger,
it.
if you will, like a
A
choke
plunger for the
plunger.
choke. Now, what about are you keeping water or canned goods? Are you going that far?
No,
Okay.
no. I in a pinch, if let's say we had to go, I have always enough in my pantry that I could grab
Okay.
granola bars and some, processed, speaking of all the things that we said we were not going to have in our preservative
Yeah.
laden snacks.
Yeah.
I could grab enough to buy us enough time to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to go full, I got an underground bunker with
Okay.
60
Scary.
days of food supply. That's a little too much. But for me, the other thing I want to do on this plan is just tighten it up with Chris. Like, what happens if comms go down?
Mhm.
Where are we meeting? What's the plan? Who's
Yeah.
getting kids? Like, just tighten it up.
Listen, I will say now it's a bit like, people make fun of people with doomsday behavior, but some of this is just protocol. And we did go through in North Carolina, again in Asheville, the hurricane came through
Yeah.
and it actually shut down everything. We had no cell service. If we did not have gas in the car, we would not have gas.
Yeah.
The water went out, the food went out, people were panicking. It was kind of nuts.
It was totally bananas. We had a team retreat when Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina. We got stranded.
And again, the only person to save us was me. I'm just kidding. But like the point was, it was like a moment though of like we pulled it together. Like Hollis,
we got lucky. You had gas in the car. None of us
gas in
had
the car.
cash. We didn't have an atlas, and you remembered through a anxious moment of brilliant mind
And
how to
we
get out of there. We got lucky though.
And we used satellite service to be able to even get a little service. And we remember the record store. There was a record store 2 doors over from our hotel.
Yeah,
2 blocks
that had
over. That was had a little light signal of Wi-Fi. So we were able to go over there for like a half second to try to call out to let people know we were okay. It was crazy.
Which we didn't get calls out. We only were able to get information on
text.
Some text. Yeah, it was. Anyways, it was.
So
now,
I
am not one of like, let's ratchet up anxiety and like be worried about every scenario under the sun.
That's why I'm kind of surprised you brought this up. So I
know. I just, for me, this is part of get it tight, get it right.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of these things have been lingering as like below the line. What if? And now I'm executing. I'm in execution mode here, baby.
That's what we said. I'm
living.
I'm living. All right. This has gone very long. Why don't you do our tech tip?
All right. Just real quick. I think this time of year is also a good time to like train kids up on internet safety. So
yes,
I just wanted to do a quick reminder to have a conversation with your kid about 2 things. 1, never say anything online you wouldn't say to their face.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, remind them that between parental monitoring and screenshots, anything can live forever. So like, it's mostly just like a reminder to kids to be super thoughtful about anything they send online, period.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great one. I think it seems so simple, but people forget.
You kind of forget about it though. And even in my own home, it's like, have I talked to her about that? Let me just have that quick conversation one more time.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, what's your obsession?
So my obsession is this plaid coat that I got for Christmas that our mom got us.
From me.
I did not copy you. I mean, maybe
I've had a plaid coat for years.
Okay, it looks different though. It's a different plaid, not exact. But anyways, it's called the Katrina plaid overcoat, and it's from Altered State.
Okay.
And it's good. I
It's
needed a
good.
coat for a while. It seems classic. Like, we'll see, but it seems like I'll be able to keep it for a few years. It's like a neutral kind of brown, tan plaid, and it's small plaid. So, anyways, I'm loving it. It's not very expensive. I actually see here it's on sale right now. So run over there. It's like $68. It was
Oh, wow.
140.
That's a great price.
But they don't have a ton of sizes left, but I will put it on the link, and it's great. And anything like this though is a winner. I'm
Well,
wearing it all the time.
I have had mine for 10 years.
Ooh, okay.
So that's how you know it's still standing the test of time. And every time I wear it, I still get a compliment. Mine is, do you remember that brand something navy? It's not even around anymore.
So I have a question. I mean this honestly. Can
Yeah.
I be copying you if you've had it for 10 years? It's like, are you allowed to hang on to the trend for 10 years and be like, well, I'm the plaid coat queen? Like, you're copying me. It's like, I didn't copy you for 10 years. I just decided this year to get a plaid coat.
Well, I would just say some people are people that start trends and get them before everybody's got them. And some people just, wait for that moment where everybody's got them. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. What's your obsession?
Okay. This is the most lazy thing I've ever done, and I'm obsessed.
Okay.
I got a holder for my Kindle and a page click little button so that my lazy ass doesn't even have to hold my own screen. I lay in bed and this thing's just in front of me, and then underneath the covers I push my little button. Nothing makes me happier. It's sick. It is truly sick.
It's like those movies when they show the humans in the future and they're like all huge and lazy. They don't do anything for themselves. Yeah.
I couldn't possibly lift a finger to turn a page. I couldn't possibly. I will say I think the ergonomics on my neck are better.
Oh, okay.
I will say Kindle, I don't count it as screen time at all.
Okay.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're reading. I agree with that.
I love reading. So I was thinking about optimizing the things I actually spend my time on and really getting them dialed in. And I'll send you a picture. I took one. It's me in front of my fire reading on this sick thing. It's just glorious.
I almost feel like, would you feel like, what am I doing with my hands? Or it's just like you don't have a purpose for your hands, so it just feels awkward. No. Okay.
You know what I think in my head? I'm going into my Kindle coma. I just TM. I'm trademarking it. It's in my Kindle coma. I don't move. Literally, the only thing is like two little fingers pushing a clicker. That's it. It's so good.
Well, I'm happy for you. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
One thing that's really gross about it, I haven't gone this far yet, but it has a place for snacks. Like
no. Now, if you have a little arm that's feeding you the snack, I think that's too far. Like if it's like a robot arm that's giving you the snack.
To me, your Kindle holder doesn't need to hold snacks. But it could. So I'll let you know when I've brought snacks into my bed. But for now, I'm just at the pillow. But it's been a good addition.
I need that picture. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, that's a wrap today. It was a long one, but I loved it. And there's nothing I love more than just shooting the shit over like fashion. That was good.
I love that we call this work. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. All right, girl. Talk to you soon.
Oh, by the way, follow us on all the things. Support us.
Review
pass us along to others who like us.
And download Sage Haven for your kids. Safer messaging app for kids really between 7 and 13. Enjoy.
Wave it in. Lilas.
Right. Lilas.